Today we are going to work on finding factor pairs. So by the end of this video you should understand how to find factor pairs. We're going to talk about some definitions first. A factor is a number that can be multiplied to get another number, the product or the multiple. The product is the answer to a multiplication problem, and a multiple is the number you get when you multiply two numbers together. So here we're going to look at finding factor pairs. So again, a factor is a number that can be multiplied to get to another number. So when we talk about factor pairs, we're going to talk about two factors that work together to get to the answer of 12. So to start this, we always start with a factor t-chart, and we start with 1. And we say 1 times what equals 12? Well, we know that 1 times anything equals itself, so 1 times 12 is a factor pair. I like to keep it organized, so I'm going to draw a line there. Now I'm going to check my next counting number higher. So 1, and then I'm going to check 2. I'm going to say 2 times what equals 12? 2 times 6 equals 12. Now I'm going to check my next counting number higher, and I'm going to check 3. 3 times what equals 12? 3 times 4 equals 12. At this point in time, I can stop because my next factor pair higher is going to be, my next counting number higher is going to be 4. And I already know that 4 times 3 is going to be 12, and I already have it listed. We aren't going to list each factor on both sides of the chart. As long as we have them listed on the chart once, then we are done. So 12 has 3 pairs of factors. Let's try another one. So we're going to do factor pairs of 15. So we're going to start by drawing our factor chart, our t-chart, and we're going to again start with 1, and 1 times 15. Every number will have at least 1 pair of factors, except for the number 1. So I'm using my next counting number up, so I'm going to say 2 times what equals 15. So if I don't know my facts very well, I may need to do some skip counting to check. So I'd say 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. Notice how I skipped right over 15 and didn't say it? That means 2 is not a factor of 15. So I'm going to cross it out. Now I'm going to check my next counting number, which is 3. So again, I can use skip counting to do this, or I can just think through my facts and see if I know this. Well, I know 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. So it definitely is. In order to get there, I would multiply it by 5. 3 times 5 is 15. Now we will check our next counting number, which is 4. 4 times what equals 15? Well, I know 4 times 3 equals 12, and 4 times 4 equals 16. Again, we've skipped that 15, which means 4 is not a factor of 15. My next counting number would be 5, and I have already put 5 on my chart. So as long as I go in order down the right-hand side, counting through my, going up through my counting numbers, going in order, I know that I haven't missed any, and I can stop. So go ahead and try finding some factor pairs on your own. Try to find, make sure you're going in order, 1, 2, 3, and 4. I like to write them down even if I know they're not a factor so that I can cross them off and prove that I have found out that 2 and 4 are not factors of 15. Hopefully this helps you find factor pairs, and you can use this to support you in your lessons.